Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well today, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie Jade. I post weekly over here and I also post daily over on TikTok too, so make sure you do check that out. But in today's video we're going to be reviewing a brand new foundation by Relove by Revolution, and I'm really excited to try this. I saw this in store and just had to pick it up, so I'm really excited to try this out. I really hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you do not forget to smash that thumbs up button for me, leave me a lovely little comment in that comment section down below, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this, because it really does help us out so much. But other than that, I just want to get straight on with today's video. So anyone that may not know, Relove is basically one of Revolution's sister brands. It's one of their brands within Revolution. So they're still Revolution products, but they are Relove products. So all of the Relove products are under £5, so it's a really affordable line, but still having great quality products. I have tried quite a few Relove products before and I do love them. So I really want to give this a go. One of the only things so far I haven't tried, I think, is the bronzer, the foundation and the concealer. So today we're going to be trying the foundation. So this is the one that's just been released. This one is the Super Matte Relove Revolution foundation. So the packaging is a frosted glass bottle, which looks really classy. Love how simple it is, but it looks really good too. So in this product you get 24ml, which I don't think is too bad actually. Nowadays all foundation bottles are getting smaller and smaller, and for the size of this I didn't think you get that much product in it, so that's actually quite good. So this is a foundation and concealer all in one, which I'm quite interested to try and see how well it actually conceals as well as does my foundation too. So I'm quite excited to see that. I went for the shade F8.5, which I'll be honest, when I was looking at the shades I really struggled because I found that a lot of them was really light or really dark. F8.5 was a little bit too light for me, but then it jumps from 8.5 to I think it was 10.5, which was way too dark for me, so there wasn't one in between. I have since then looked on the website and they don't have any between then. I just felt the shade range could be a little bit bigger and a little bit more inclusive. I think they've got 12 shades in total. I'll stick them on screen for you guys so you can see them. They've got 12 shades in total, so I think it's okay, but I felt they could have done better with the number of shades they've got. But I want to try the product out and see what it's like. So when we open it up, this is what it looks like. It has basically just an open bottle, which I'll be honest, I've never actually had a foundation with just an open bottle before. I know a lot of people have. I know they do a lot of like these, but I just never have before. I don't think it's a bad shade. I just think it's a little bit light for me, but it's fine. We can use a bit of bronzer and a bit of contour to kind of like warm it up a bit. So we're just going to put a little bit of this onto my hand just to show you the shade. So this is what it looks like on my hand. As you can see, very light, but if we give it a little, wow. The coverage looks really good. This looks really thick. It feels nice on my hand. It feels really kind of hydrating. But the coverage, that looks really good. Okay, I'm really excited to put this on my face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this, and then we're going to be blending it in half with the brush and half with the sponge just to see how well it applies and then how well it blends in with the two different techniques. So I also want to mention that this product is completely cruelty free, which is obviously so incredible. I am now only using brands that are completely cruelty free, PETA approved, which I didn't realise before how many brands aren't cruelty free. Like, it's 2022 and I'm really surprised that a lot of brands aren't cruelty free. So if you're going out and buying makeup, I would definitely recommend looking into it and actually seeing what brands are cruelty free. A lot of it is about where they sell the products. Like if they sell products in China, things like that, then they have to be tested on animals, which I really don't agree with. But yeah, just a little side note, completely cruelty free and PETA approved, which is amazing. So now all zoomed in and ready. So I've got some of this onto my hand to apply into my face. This is the shade. So I don't think it's too bad really. I feel like we will get away with this. I'm really excited. So I'm going to start to apply this. Okay. It's a little bit of a yellow tone, I think. But we'll see what it's like. We'll see. It does feel really smooth when I'm applying it on. And it feels really hydrating. The current foundation that I use as my current everyday foundation is the IRL Revolution foundation. And it is so good. Until that foundation came out, I hadn't actually found a drugstore foundation that I genuinely like to use on a daily basis. My favourite one before that was one of the NARS ones, which was so good. I still use that, but it's just so pricey that I preferred to have a nice drugstore one, which we've got with the IRL one. That is $9.99 and it is so good. It literally leaves your skin looking so flawless. So I do want to compare it to this one and see what it's like price wise compared, because obviously this is half the price of the other one. This one is £5, as everything from Relove is £5 or under, and I think £5 for foundation is an absolute steal. So really hope this performs well and that we like it. So that's pretty much all applied. I'm just going to leave it at that for now, and then if we need to apply more later we can. So this one is looking like, I don't think it's too bad a shade if I'm honest. I thought it was going to be a little bit more off than this. Okay, I'm quite excited. I'm going to start to blend. We're going to go in first with this side. On this side we're going to use a brush, and then on this side we're going to use a sponge, so then we can compare the two. So I just applied the rest off the back of my hand onto my neck just to help blend that in with the rest of my body. And the brush that I'm going to use is just this one here by She Glam. They kind of gifted a lot of products to me recently, and they gifted the brushes to go with them. And She Glam brushes are actually such good quality. Like, I wasn't expecting them to be that good, but they're really good and so affordable too. So that's what we're going to use, this angled foundation brush by them. I'm going to start to blend this. Okay, for a £5 foundation, I expected the coverage to be like, okay, more of a foundation like serum, like a tinted moisturizer foundation, that kind of vibe, rather than good coverage. Like, it is too light for me. It's definitely too light for me, but I really like this. It's quite a nice mattifying texture that leaves your skin feeling and looking. Okay, I have like some freckles around here and blemishes around here, and that's completely covered them. Okay, I'm really impressed. Let's keep blending this in. Just gonna do like this into my neck there. I'm actually blown away by this so far. It's actually really good. I'm gonna be quite interested to see how well it does under my eyes. It's supposed to be a foundation and a concealer all in one. Do my forehead. You can see how it's really covering up this redness here on my forehead. I feel like I didn't need this much product either. Like, it's really going a long way. I did not need anywhere near as much as I put on. But you live and you learn. That's actually got such good coverage. Like, I'm so impressed. Okay, I want to see how well it performs with a sponge. I don't know why, but I've got a feeling. Just going to blend out a lot nicer with a sponge. Oh, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know if it's because I blended this side in first and I let this side dry a little bit more first, but I do think I prefer blending it in with the brush than the sponge. I felt the sponge has taken some of the coverage out of it. If you kind of see, I don't know. I definitely prefer it with the brush. I feel like it just blended a lot more effortlessly. But I've always kind of been a brush kind of person when it comes to blending. I used to blend with a beauty blender all the time, but over the last kind of year I've kind of converted into blending with a brush, and I felt that's just the way to go now for me. But yeah, definitely think it's blended a lot better and looks better with a brush. But look at that coverage. Again, it does look a little bit light for my skin. I really wish that they catered for more skin tones and they had more than 12 shades on the website, because this is so beautiful and I could genuinely wear this like on a day-to-day basis, but it's so frustrating. I wish I had more shades in this because it's a little bit light, and I felt there's going to be a lot of people that won't be able to get their skin tone in this. Okay, I'm going to zoom you guys in and just show you a little bit more the actual texture this has left my skin on, because I'm obsessed. I do really like it. You can see how glowy it's left my skin. Like, you can see the coverage just hasn't really done it as much on this side compared to on here. It's definitely had better coverage on this side. And under my eyes as well, you can tell under my eyes, the coverage under my eyes definitely better with a brush. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get a little bit more of this. I'm just going to give a little bit more coverage on this side, because as I said, I felt this side just didn't have as good coverage as the other side. And then I'm going to go in with the rest of my makeup products. I genuinely really like how it's done my under eye there. Like, I think it's actually done quite a good job. It does look like a foundation and concealer all in one there, which is really good. As I said, I'm just blending this in and trying to get better coverage so it matches with the other side. But I'm not going to bother with any concealer at all, with it being a foundation and concealer in one. I'm just going to use a setting powder under my eyes and then the rest of my makeup as I would normally do in my normal routine, to then look and see how well it performs with the other products and what it looks like in the end result with a full face of makeup. So this is now what it looks like now it's all nicely blended in. This is what my under eyes look like, and honestly this looks the same, possibly even better for the under eye coverage. Admittedly it's still puffy there, but makeup's not going to fix that, that's just allergies. But for the actual colour and the under eye bags, it has genuinely completely covered, which I'm actually blown away by. So to set them, I'm going to use this SheGlam Insta Ready powder. This is so nice. It's really good. I'm just going to apply some of this under my eyes just to nicely set them in place. I'm actually really impressed by this powder. I feel like it gives you a really nice, smooth, kind of even texture of your skin underneath. So this is how it's looking. We're going to move on to my contour now, and the one that I use is the Mega Warm Bronzer by Revolution. Honestly, this has been loved. I've used this for so long now. It just seems to be the perfect shade for my skin. It's just really nice warm tone, but it's not over the top, it's not too much, but it's also enough that you can see it's made a difference. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, it has been well loved. I'm using the 002 Real Techniques brush just to apply this. Gonna start down here. I'm gonna apply some on and then blend it in afterwards. See, I thought this foundation would be alright. We've got a bit of warmth brought back into my skin. That's the only problem I've had with the foundation, is it's a little bit too light for me. It's making it look quite washed out, especially on the camera. But I feel like bringing a bit of warmth back into the skin with this will definitely help. Let's do a little bit down the sides of my nose. And then down here, and then just blend it all. It actually seems to be blending really nicely into it. This might end up being a new favourite foundation. I just can't believe how cheap it is for the quality. Like, yeah, I know you can get cheap makeup, but the quality of cheaper makeup usually doesn't pay off compared to the more expensive stuff. Like, I love drugstore stuff, and drugstore stuff is good. It's just when you get like stuff like £5 foundations, you don't expect it to be anywhere near the quality of like £10 or £15 foundations. But so far, I'm really liking it. This is how it's looking. Look at how well that's just blended straight in there. Okay, I'm going to move on to blush now. So the blush you're going to use is one, again, by SheGlam. I'm getting low-key obsessed with them. I just think they're so easy to apply and they're really pretty products. So the SheGlam blush is the Devoted one. This is 103 and it's a liquid blush, which is what I've been so into recently. So I got started with liquid blushes. I think it was with Made by Mitchell's blushes. I started with those and I've been obsessed ever since. Like, I love a good powder blush, but liquid and cream ones are just doing it for me right now. Like, look at that. The colour is so pretty. It's really pigmented, so you don't need a lot of product. That'll literally do. Might have even put too much on, if anything. They're so good. I'm just using this SheGlam brush to blend it out with. I tried a Revolution one recently. Like, I love the Cloud Cream one by Revolution. That is really nice. These also smell like chocolate. Don't know if they're supposed to, but they smell so much like chocolate, which is such a good smell, obviously. But yeah, I tried a liquid one by Revolution recently. I think it's the Flushing For You liquid blush, and that is absolutely unreal. Like, it is stunning. The pigmentation is so beautiful. It's just the shade, and the overall finish is just absolutely beautiful. I think I used it in a video recently, I just can't remember which one, but I definitely recommend that one as well if you haven't tried that yet. So my camera just crashed halfway through doing a clip, so we've just lost the last clip. But basically all I've done since I last saw you was apply my highlight. This one is the one by Kylie, which is a Ice Me Out, and it's so pretty. This is what it looks like. It's the first product I ever actually got by Kylie, was this Ice Me Out highlight, and it's just absolutely unreal, and I can't believe how well everything's just blending into this foundation. It is doing such a good job. And the brush that I've used to apply this with is this one here, which is the P. Louise brush, and this is 721, yeah, 721. And it blends in and just applies so well with this brush. I used to always use a Real Techniques brush, which is a setting brush by them, and it did a good job, but since I bought this one, I just don't feel like I can go back. This is just such a good brush for the highlight. Just how it looks. But yeah, overall, I'm actually really impressed by this. I'm just going to do a really quick go on my eyes before we finish the video, and I've got my face finished. So I've just run some eyeshadow through my crease. I've just used the Beauty Bay Fiery palette, and I do really like it. It's such a good palette. It's a really good nude palette. I've got the 9 pan and the 16 pan, and they're just really good. They're so compact and really pigmented too. And then to finish off, I've used the REM Lengthening Mascara, which is a really good one. I've just done a really quick coat of that, and this is how it's looking. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't think anyone would be able to guess that this was a £5 foundation. Like, look at the quality of it, look at the coverage, and look at how well everything just kind of come together and blended in. I am really impressed. Honestly, I would definitely buy this again, and this will probably become a staple in my makeup routine and in my makeup bag. I just can't get over the coverage and how beautifully that's blended in. I'm really impressed. Like I said before, only 2 things I'm not happy about, or only 2 things I could think of with a little wiggle room for improvement, would be the shade range. I felt the shade range could be better. As I said, not too great. I think there's about 7 lighter shades and 5 darker shades. I felt the inclusivity could definitely be improved on that. And then the only other thing would be, I don't really like blending it in with a sponge. I don't feel like that did too much for my skin. When I blended it in with a brush, absolutely beautiful. And other than that, I absolutely adore this foundation. Like, I love it. I always look for positives and negatives and things, so you know that I'm being completely honest. And so I'm giving you like a full rundown of what the product's all about, the good things as well as the bad things about it. So that's my overall review. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. I really enjoyed filming this. I'm actually really impressed. I'm really happy that I've tried this product out. If you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to check out my channel. Make sure you do subscribe, check out my vlogging channel, and then for other makeup content and daily content, do check my TikTok out, because as I said, I post daily over there too, which is where I am the most. So if you want to see more of me, I'll be over there. But thank you so much for watching this video. Really hope you did enjoy this. Do not forget to like, leave me a lovely little comment and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you all very soon. Bye!